My best underdog on this card is going to be Charles Radtke, moneyline versus Carlos Prates. I think Charles Radtke, he has a full MMA skill set. He can grapple, he can stand up and strike. And I like that he's very composed, and whether the fight goes ugly or gets on the boring side with a lot of feinting and just standing around and measuring, I think Radke has the tools to turn this to win a fight that gets ugly, scrappy, or if it gets boring. Um, I think Radke can be a problem in the striking and the grappling, and he has the brains to use his well-rounded skill set depending on the matchup. And in this case, Carlos Prates, he's more of a Muay Thai striker. He's the most dangerous on the feet. I'm over here stuttering. Um, he has the length and he can keep it standing and in range. But I think Radke, he changes his game plan depending on who he's fighting. We saw that against Mike Matheda. And in that fight, he was just grappling him the whole time, basically for 3 rounds, won a unanimous decision. And then his last fight against a tall, lengthy, but not as lengthy as Prates, Gilbert Urbina, who I had Urbina in that fight just because I thought he was the more dangerous fighter. And in this case, Prates is going to be the more dangerous fighter, but I actually do think Radke has more ways to win in this fight. And yeah, I'm siding with the underdog here. I think Prates does have some danger past the first round. He can come back and win with a knockout. We saw that in his last fight against Trevin Giles, who I thought was winning the rounds up until getting slept in that second round. So I think this fight can look similar, or it kind of reminds me of possibly looking like a Kopylov versus Cesar Almeida from the last card in New Jersey. Yeah, I think Radke has the tools and the IQ to target Prates' weaknesses in the grappling. Although I do think Prates has decent stand-up takedown defense. Prates is live for a KO, but I'm going to go with Radke live for a submission, maybe even a TKO. I think Radke can also win a decision here. So give me the money line on Radke as the underdog, and that money line right now is looking plus 195, around a plus 195, around a plus 200. I think that's a good price on Radke. Personally, I was able to get him at plus 210 earlier this week. So yeah, that's going to be my best underdog there. I think he'll be just the more well-rounded MMA fighter. And just like the Kopylov and Cesar Almeida fight, Kopylov was the more well-rounded MMA fighter. He used the grappling against Almeida, who was primarily a striker. So that's my best underdog for UFC. Louisville.